Listen to this from the hearing in Queens. Thomas Greene speaks to this tax advisory commission in New York City.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Thomas Greene.
This is truly amazing.
Our second speaker to use the microphone on the right.
I don't think you can consider me a left-winger, maybe a little more conservative than that. My name is Thomas Greene. I'm a single-family homeowner from Flushing. I'm also a dinosaur, meaning my family has a single income, which is me working. My wife is home with our 3 children. She has raised them from day one, and I pay to put them through college. When I look at my property value assessment, what I see is it's been marked to market. And that implies that I'm experiencing a windfall gain in the increased property values. But I haven't sold my house, so I haven't seen a gain. So what I was able to afford 15 years ago when my children were young, and my wife and I made the joint decision that we can afford to have a single income. Well, now we're being squeezed because our property value has increased, the assessment has increased, and my taxes have doubled in the time that I've been in the house. So my income hasn't doubled, and as my family has grown older and they have greater needs, I have more outflow than I do income. So I think it needs to be evaluated. How long is a person living in a house to also go into the formula of how much should we assess in taxes? Because currently it's assuming that you have a realized gain when the increase in the property value is an unrealized gain. If you're an investor and you own securities, you don't evaluate your value, right, by saying, now I have more money in my pocket because the stock is worth more, because the value of that stock could drop at a moment's notice. So you don't have a gain yet, and the federal government doesn't tax you on unrealized gains. So we're all being taxed on unrealized gains in property values. So I want to congratulate 2 points. One is Mayor Deblasio's effort for income equality by taking our earnings and distributing it however he chooses.
Do you hear that? Deblasio redistributes wealth however he chooses. Thank you, Mr. Greene.
Across the city. The other one is that for Queens being the second most populous county of over nearly 2.5 million people, the mention of this meeting was so very poorly announced to the public that we can see that there are maybe 200 people here tonight.
200 people out of 2 million. That's quite a record. But that's what the commission wants. They don't want any attention. It's all a show. Everyone's quitting the commission anyway. They're all moving on to other jobs within the city, getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. Thank you, Mr. Greene, for pointing that out. We had even less in Brooklyn, even a bigger borough.
In a population of a county with over 2 million people. So I guess that helps keep the crowd down. So thank you for your attention and your consideration.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You heard all the thank yous. Amazing. Good luck